Welcome to Neon Cobra and our 5-minute flash interviews. Today I'm joined by Will Ominsky from Nerdio Manager fame. Thanks again for joining me today. Will and I think we go back two years, I want to say. We met
Something like that,
at
yeah.
at the Toronto, maybe 3 at this point, but I represent and I work with him and his product quite a bit at PAX 8, but I figured he'd be a really interesting individual and he'd graciously volunteered to do our 5-minute pitch. So with that, are you ready to kick off?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's
All
go.
right. Timer has started. So elevator pitch yourself as a person and your passion.
All right. So my name is Will Ominsky, obviously. I am the vice president of sales at Nerdio. I come from a both MSP and channel background professionally. I don't know what else you want to know. I'm 40 years old. I live just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. I've been married almost 19 years, if you can believe
Ooh,
that. I got 2 adult kids and 2 dogs. So, I got a lot going on in my life, I guess.
that's crazy when you're only like 31, like how all that lines up. But what's a passion you would say outside of your professional life?
Yeah, so when I have time for it, I love movies. And I don't care if they're good movies. I don't care if they're bad movies. I just like watching movies. And there's no like specific genre or anything like that. I just love consuming content in that form. TV shows, like, okay, Netflix has made it a little better where you can binge, like, and get
Yeah,
that long format. TV show is too short of a medium, I feel like. So I really like movies.
excellent. Uh, One thing you love, I guess movies would be that, but that seems to be your passion. Is there one thing you can isolate that you just love?
In general, I love access to information and just learning. Like I love learning about anything. I don't care what it is, and maybe that's like helped me in my business life. But if I come across like a news article that talks about some medical thing, like I'll go read those medical journals. I maybe only understand 5 of the words, right? But I want to go read that stuff, and I think it's pretty cool that we live in this day and age where we have access to all of this information everywhere. So I just want to consume as much as possible.
Amazing. One interesting fact about you. It's a PAX 8
All right, so
classic. Yeah.
so this I think this is kind of fun. So I used to be a magician, and that was my lead into getting into sales. So when I was in
Oh man.
college, my parents were like, "You need money because we're not supporting you. So go get a job." I found a Craigslist ad for working at a magic store. That sounded cool. And I went and worked at a magic store and learned how to do tricks and made commissions off selling those tricks to all
Wow.
the tourist kids that would come in. And that got me into sales.
Man, there's going to be a lot of post content stuff to talk about here, I think. One thing you wish you knew 3 years ago.
Oh, there's a lot of things. I mean, I could pick the easy ones like stock market, stuff like that. I guess I would say to bet on Kansas City for the last Super Bowl, maybe. Like, who knew?
There you go. Excellent. One piece of advice you'd give to an MSP business owner.
Oh, okay. Understand your goals. Understand what you want out of your MSP and why you're there. I hear a lot of MSPs that say, I want to grow, I want to make money, and then they don't spend the requisite amount of time building a repeatable sales process. And that might not be you. Right? You might say, I'm an MSP who wants to geek out in technology and make enough money to live comfortably. Then awesome. Then don't worry about the sales as much, right? Go
Mm-hmm.
focus on geeking out on technology. But understand that and let that kind of drive what you do day to day.
Excellent. And the flash question that you had no idea was coming. And this is different for every interviewee. So, what is an unexpected industry trend that you've observed?
An unexpected industry trend that I've observed. Wow, that's a really hard one. I wish I could have prepped for that. Um, I don't know. I guess kind of unexpected in terms of the industry, the proliferation. I probably pronounced that wrong. Of security, right? Like security is obviously important, but I think it's really interesting. All of these different companies in Nerdio, we're even doing this too, like adding in a real security focus. And I don't know if that's the right thing or not. I think it's good for people to be worried about security, but kind of surprising, I feel like.
Excellent. Yeah, that'll be a good topic point as well. So that is your time and not the record, but in the middle of the pack, which is exactly where I want to see you guys. So thank you so much for
Awesome.
joining us for this. Stick around for the post interview chat.